Hey everyone, and welcome back to another delicious episode of Jaraci Cup 12. I say delicious, of course, because we've got cookies here. And, I'm trying to figure out how I should say this guy's name. Well, let's call him Arekharak or something. Playing as the Soban here. This is, I believe, his debut in the tournament scene. Never seen this guy here before, but I might be wrong about that. Someone who's a bit more historically oriented could tell me that. Let's check out the picks here. It looks like Cookie's grabbing Conf first. I believe this has typically been his main, so no surprises there. And Arek is going to grab Soban here. Cookies grabs Canyon Outpost to be the map. I like Canyon Outpost as Conf. I mean, obviously a lot of rocks to play with. You know, Conf really loves the indirect fire. We'll see what Cookie's game plan is going to be here. Really kind of an unknown character here, Arek. I mean, we haven't, like I said, I don't think we've seen him ever before, so I'll be interested to see what his game plan is going to be. LAV Fab first seems to be the play. How many did he build on the main? He built all 6. Okay, so this is not going to be like a very early attack, but he does have the base runner as well. Might have some ideas of going in with the base runner and seeing if he can get some damage done. And Cookie's here actually going 2 PC. We haven't seen this in a long time. He keeps the base runner up as well. Cookies will hit the win button, Siege Cruiser. Yeah, well, that is usually the play for Conf. We'll see if that's what he does. Looks like Rec is opened here, of course. Gonna start mining the CUs there. He does still have 2 on RUs on the main, so fully saturated like that, I imagine he'll start building up quite a bank of RUs. So perhaps he has ideas to go for some early tech. Might even be fighter and gunship, but with the LAVs coming out first, you wouldn't expect to see it. Then again, having the RUs can be really nice to get a soul pack. It's just that typically you try and avoid oh, very nice by Cookies. He wards off the probe and gets the kill there. Information of the 2 PC not going to be had here, so that's actually kind of a big deal. Anyway, normally it's nice to like have 2 guys on RUs and then build 1 long distance miner, and then after you have the money that you need for whatever you were getting, you have one of them drop off and then go over here and start mining CUs. But it depends. If he's going for a really tech-focused build, maybe he does want the RUs, but still not really clear what he's going for, so. Second probe launched by Arek. He really wants to see if he can get the info here. He's going to win the base runner fight. Does he have the artifact pickup command? Yes, he does, so there it is. Very nicely done. Sees this PC on this side again. And for Cookies, do we have any idea what his plan is? Well, he doesn't have any RU miners on the main, so this is probably not going to be rails here. Right now, the Strikecraft lead definitely... Uh-oh, there's actually a window to punish here. Yeah, and he sees it, so Arek is coming in here to try and punish the PCs, as they don't have any defense at all, really, right now. He's focus firing well. He's going to get this skim here. And definitely 2 PC scouted at this point. Actually, he didn't get the Sand Skimmer, though, but I think he still has the numbers advantage. Ooh, and he has the high ground. Yeah, he's playing this really well. Cookie's going to have to yield this ground for now. We're all so rusty, man. I can see it. Does he have a tech now? No, Cookies has not started teching anything. So probably Assault Ships has to be the play here, but he's gonna need to try and bail out this PC. Oh dear. He will get Strikecraft superiority eventually, but it takes a bit of time, and once the carrier production upgrade comes out, that goes away as well. Production tab bugged out as always. Nothing new there. Oh! 2 HP, look at this guy. Yeah, well I was gonna say, we haven't seen this in a long time, but oh, look at that! Wow. Nerves of steel on this guy. He did not rust as a feature of Conf. Yeah, that's true. He didn't get a tech, he just went straight to ref mode here. So he's gonna try to bomb up to 3 base, and that's something we haven't seen in a long time. This is kind of like vanilla strats, you know? I like it. We do have... Actually, we have armor 2 on Arek. I did not catch that at all. And that's probably one of the big reasons he won these trades. But he doesn't have Assault Pack, so he won't be able to chase this guy down. No, even if he did, he'd probably make it out. But it looks like he's actually going to let the base runner live. Not sure if I like it. He could just hunt it down with a couple of LAVs. Did you buff it or nerf it? Good question. You'd think as the caster I would know these things, but we'll figure it out as we go along. This base runner's still alive here. It's got the smoke too. So I mean, if Cookies can find and engage here and get that blast drone hit, which he's trying to do here, but uh-oh, Arekharak does not realize. He's got the boost, though. He's got to use it. He does. Oh, jeez. Okay. He's going to get out of there. He took one loss, but it's not really so catastrophic. Would have been nice if Cookies was building more of these over here from the base runner. Oh, hey, look, it's Cookies. Yeah, he tuned in just in time. This is game 1, all right. Well, he already knows that. Carrier actually is pathing back towards the main here. I think he's worried about the attack. He does have assault ships done, though, so going to be able to build those, and you do see he has 2 on the queue. Didn't invest into any tech here for the skims. Probably he never will. Maybe he'll get raiding, that's all. But for now, I think he just wants to try and set up that 3 base, and Arekharak is definitely doing a pretty good job fighting out in the field here, but he does need to worry about his economy. I don't think... Well, that might be a sport cruiser. No, it's an LAV. Yeah, I don't think he has a sport cruiser on the way here, so he's going to be starting to fall pretty far behind. And well, but this is what he needs here, getting a nice engage. Where's that cruise missile, though? Actually falls a little bit too far. And Arekharak's still trading really, really well here. You can see in the units lost tab, he's definitely... Oh, wait a minute, he lost his base runner. I only just realized. But he's... Yeah, that means no targeting jammer. That's actually kind of sad. But, yeah, he's definitely playing these fights pretty well. Just needs to watch his eco. With the assault ships out here, that's where we start worrying. Does Cookies have tech? No, he doesn't have any armor on them yet. Okay, but we do have a sport cruiser getting queued up now. Hey, production tab worked for once. And, this skim here definitely gonna get chunked, but... Oh, I didn't actually catch if he got vision or not, but... It would have been very short if he did. But if he got vision, he would know, yeah, there's no tech here. What? Oh, there is. Huh. Look, even the caster didn't know. There are railguns here, so... Perhaps Cookies saw that, perhaps not. If you end up playing each other... Yeah, I'd love to see Cookies versus Houston. That's always a pretty fun... That's always a pretty fun matchup to watch. This probe here with 2 HP, still giving great information to Arekharak here, who knows about the assault ships, so yeah, he's building railguns, I like it. And he has damage 1 actually, so with Cookies not having any armor on the assault ships here, you kind of start to worry. I mean, I really see a lot of ways that this fight can go well for Arekharak. He doesn't have the eco advantage still, so... he needs like a good fight here, but I think he's about to get it. He boosts up here, catches 1 skin. Here comes the blast drone though. Oh gosh! Alright. That's a pretty good hit. That's gonna persuade him to back away. Blast drones, man. Good unit. That's good for Cookies, because, I mean, really, he's kind of in a precarious position here. It's funny to say because he has such an eco lead, but with no armor on those assault ships. But he's rectifying that. He's got armor 1 done now, so that's going to be good. But still, these LAVs are actually quite a big threat here. Would be even bigger if he can spare the money for damage too, but that is kind of expensive. Needs to be thinking about trying to solidify 3 base. Thing is, for Cookies, if he can, you know, hold this position where he's stopping his opponent from mining 3 base, he's always kind of winning. He just needs to not take a bad fight here. I say, as he might be engaging one right now. Ooh, these railguns don't take prisoners, that's for sure. And Arekharak really wants to keep the LAV, yeah, just like they are. They have vision on the assault ships, but they're not in range to get hit by them. So this is pretty good. I think he'll be able to finish the... Oh! Okay, yeah, he does finish that guy off. And railguns here as well, using the probe to spot. Nice, nice. But yeah, as chat has already said, we do have interceptors on the way here, so Arekharak needs to be a little bit aware of the threat of air. Doesn't have a base runner or anything, so if he wants to get support cruiser anti-air, that might be good, but... Not a tech that we usually get, though. Typically, you kind of feel backed into getting support cruiser anti-air. You don't really want to have it. I will say, though, these LAVs, especially as he's starting damage 2 here, are going to do a lot of damage to the interceptors, so Cookies has to play it right, but... Cookies ain't no slouch, you know? I mean, he can do the thing, you know? Probe here hasn't scouted the air tech either. Of course, he's at 2 HP, so I get it. He's holding this guy back, trying to use him to spot for the railguns instead. And I actually really like the positioning too, because you can see his army on this side. He doesn't want to get surrounded over here, and he's even a little paranoid, gonna check way deep in the corner there. Siege cruiser fab on the queue as well here. And Afterburner is done too. I think, I'm not sure, but it looked like Cookies might have actually retired something in order to free up the fleet cap there, but... He's got 4 ints. Just finished fleet cap. He'll probably build some more. Wonder when he's going to launch it. Does have rating on the way too. Actually, this is a lot of skims. I didn't realize. I think it's good, especially when you're building assault ships and you have interceptors on the way. Often, you know... Oh, look at that, a base runner. That's actually pretty timely. But it can be kind of tough to, fit, you know, the interceptors, all the RUs you're using. I'm just, like, talking about economic concepts. 2 interceptors actually went down here, so... That's pretty rough. I think he got, only 1 railgun there. Yeah. Definitely not the air reveal that Cookies was looking for, but he has gotten into the base here. ALM's doing a lot of work here, though. He is going to catch a support cruiser, though, but it's not clear that this is really worth it. When you lose the skim blob for, like, an LAV, or for a support cruiser, it's really kind of a bad trade. Doesn't finish off this, ALM either. Oh, dear. Yeah, he's looking scary, alright. This ain't good. Cookies is losing just too many skims here, I think. Again, still has an eco lead, so that's good, and he does have the siege cruisers as well. If you want to think of that as kind of his win condition, he's there. But I mean, it's not so straightforward, right? Arek is really fighting back here. Losing the SC will slow him down, though, that's true, but there's a window where Cookies is pretty weak right now. What's the answer for anti-air? You know what? He might actually just be going with the skims. That's a little dangerous, though, because it could have been bombers, and bombers will kind of mess you up if you don't prep any anti-air. Soft anti-air, like LAVs, they don't do super well because bombers have a lot of armor, and they have more health, of course. If he made siege cruisers, he would have won already. Let's test that theory. He does have one on the way. This ain't like vanilla, where siege cruisers really are sort of an auto win. These LAVs looking awfully bunched up, but it's too dangerous, I think, for the interceptors to try and poke them there. Siege cruiser comes out, the replacement here for Arek. He's even gonna heal up this ALM a little bit. But that'll set him up on 3 base now. Still though, no SC anti-air, so no hard anti-air options here. He's just got the LAVs. Excuse me. And to be fair, you can always set down a turret as well with the space runner, so there is that. Lunching. And Cookie's actually mobilizing the carrier when he doesn't have a PC. That's always going to lose a little bit on eco, but he seems to think that he really needs to have his carrier out there. And for a little poke with the interceptors, he's going to take out the... Oh, he didn't actually get the probe. We'll see if he can stop this base runner. Oh, nice targeting jammer. Yes. Interceptor's trying to engage the railguns as well. I'll try to keep all this action on screen. Does he get the artifact? No, he doesn't. Oh, barely. Well, he literally could not have cut that one closer, but he does get manage to stop the cap there. Siege is out now. It's gonna actually fire a barrage here against the LAVs. Well, I was gonna say maybe that's a mistake, but I take it back. Still though, big upgrade lead here, I think. Yeah, we have rating, but we don't have any upgrades here. So these LAVs might win this fight. As we've seen though, all the health bars are pretty low. Focus fire I think is a little bit better for Cookies as well. And the LAVs do win the fight, but they definitely take losses here, so it's kind of okay for Cookies. He's got barrage on one of these siege cruisers here. Assault ships finding the LAVs too. Gonna push those out, and railguns are just simply too close. He can barrage now. It's sort of the fadeaway barrage here, and I think he'll get a lot of damage done. Do you have EMP on the way? No, so he's gonna get the carrier power instead. Has that PC done too? And the army for Arek is kind of just melting away here. And I agree, Mr. Scrooge. This is a good demonstration of why DOK is pretty fun to watch. Definitely wish more people were aware of it. Interceptors here still exist, by the way. See, when this LAV blob gets thinned, that's another problem with not having any hard anti-air here. And there's not really any options to stop the interceptors. A bit awkward here with the way the damage lined up there, but he is going to finish off that railgun. Nice smoke as well. Yeah, especially when DOK exists. Like, come on. But we all know Homeworld 3 is going to blow them all out of the water, right? Cookies, by the way, power 3. He's starting to get this carrier pretty powered up here. He has 2 artifacts as well, with a third probably going to extract. And that carrier is going to be a pretty tough hard point to deal with. You see he's got like the skims and the siege on this side, carrier and the assault ships on this side. I like that split quite a lot. Seems like a good army comp here, and for Arekharak playing really well earlier in the game, and it seems like it's kind of falling apart here. Well, that being said, really, really nice engage. He gets the siege cruiser here. Love to see a marked target on one of these guys. Problem is this flank, but actually, man, this is a lot of army going down here. Losing both of the siege cruisers there. And LAVs are here too, so he's not going to lose that many rails. Uh-oh. I don't know. I said it was falling apart for Arekharak, but maybe the tables have turned all of a sudden here. Wait, we need to finish the rails? Oh, I didn't see that. I need to get some new eyeballs. A lot of logistics modules getting picked off here, so definitely Cookies getting some value off this push. I'm a little worried about this carrier though. He does have a siege cruiser building now. He's got a lot of missiles, but his carrier is a little exposed here. Finishes extracting the artifact here now, so he can power up the mobility if he wants to. Looks like he's putting it in the weapons here. Wants to fight his way out of this one. Arekharak's got to be really careful though. Oh, just about this. Siege cruiser lands a kind of nice volley there. Same with the carrier in tow. Look at that armor break though. These LAVs are actually doing a lot of damage. Holy moly. You know what though? He's gonna, well, I mean, Arekharak keeps building more railguns here. Yeah, I agree. Although again, if anyone knows, like, if this guy's actually been playing tournament before and I'm just being stupid, do let me know. Int's gonna launch here. This is kind of desperado, although actually they managed to dodge the LAVs pretty nicely there. They were focus fired on the base runner. Uh-oh. Now he's in some danger though. Lose all 3 perhaps. He loses 2 there. Carrier's still taking fire here. We don't have any more smoke on this base runner, so this is really starting to stick. Yeah, Cookie's gotta power up the mobility and try and just get out of there. He can barrage with the siege cruiser though. Is power equal? No, I think... Oh, it's not equal at all. Cookies has a lot of power here. Whoa! What the... Where did these guys come from? Well, that will turn the tables quite a bit, you've got to imagine. Especially with this barrage here, weakening up the LAVs. Cookie's investing a lot into skims here. I think maybe he ought to be starting to look at these upgrades, but... By the way, new to Jaraci Cup 12, this, Yeah, sure. New to Jaraci Cup 12, oh my gosh. This, main base will mine out a lot slower here, so this is not going to be quite as much of an endgame situation. I think normally, like in JC11, this would already be gone. So that's an interesting change in this patch. Oh dear. Bank of Karok over here. I agree. I mean, he's keeping his RUs down, and I think that's what's really important there. Actually, it would help if he got Fleet Cap 125, but he does have Sand Skimmer upgrades coming out, and I think that's good, because obviously, you know, with this many Sand Skimmers, you start really wanting those upgrades. The last production upgrade actually just now coming out for Arekharak, but he hasn't locked in one of these later game techs here. What's really amazing though is he doesn't have any hard anti-air, and yet still he's kind of managing to survive. I really think Cookies should be looking at bombers here. Siege Cruiser doesn't have a barrage. Ooh, it's taking a lot of damage actually. He's got to watch out for this. Oh gosh. Kind of an awkward barrage gets set here too, and the Siege Cruiser goes down. Oh yeah, I agree. I mean, if he's got an excess of CUs, he might as well just be spamming these things out. This base runner actually, I believe the one from the start of the game, it's almost out, so... Doesn't really have anything left in the tank there. Carry production comes out, it's finishing now for Arekharak, so... Oh, wait a minute, I said he didn't have any late game techs. Look at this, he's got artillery. I really like this. I think this is kind of a nice answer to Khan of Siege, which sort of forces for sure the EMP shell as well, as we're actually just getting the range upgrade too, but if you know where that siege cruiser is when it starts barraging, you can precision barrage on it, and that will kill it in pretty much one hit. So, I mean, if your opponent's not paying attention, you'll just get it, but otherwise he has to move the siege cruiser, which stops the barrage most of the time. It seems a little bit inconsistent, but Oh, we have Sport Cruiser Anti-Air. Yes. All right, very good. And our Cookie is going to decide he can't fight that, so he's going to back away. Still, though, Sport Cruiser Anti-Air doesn't do well against bombers. I still think that's a window here. Fourth artifact, though, I mean, that's definitely something to worry about here. And Cookies has that carrier really powered up, too. Has to be looked at. But even getting like railguns would be good here. I think that Cookies really needs to try and diversify his tech a little bit. Main base, though, about to mine out, and that's probably the same on the other side. Have to keep our eyes on that. And, you know, Coalition... Oh my gosh! Whoa! Yeah. That's not good. With those dead, this is actually terrible. I mean, look, he can just come and rinse all of this. I don't even like him sending the air in, because you know there's SC anti-air. Just kill it all with the skims here. Oh, man. Well, that changes everything. It was a BD hit. He got all of the LAVs at the same time there. Jeez. Just Con F things, eh? Well, okay, not all of them. One LAV survived, but... These are really vetted skims, too, which is crazy. Oh, I like the, target... What the... I'm getting a phone call. What is this? Air is launching again here. Cookie's really trying to push this for all he can, but he needs to be a little careful. If he can just keep this skim blob up, I think that's better than losing them here. Same with the interceptors. Has to retreat back out through the targeting jammer as well. Uh-oh. Oh no, we lost an elder. But still, I mean, look what happened off the back of that. He lost all of the railguns. He got all but one of the artillery cruisers. These siege cruisers are just the kingmakers on the field right now. And all he's got to do is just pick up one artifact and carry it home. I mean, this is definitely this is like a super dominant position now for Cookies. Probably wants to retire these salves here, maybe even the PC, but I think a lot of players like to keep them up. Could even bring it to the front line and use the mobility support, I guess, but he's getting EMP as well. Yes, very good, very good. I actually don't like the barrage here because I think he's in range to just hit this artillery cruiser. Is that precision barrage? Oh no, that's just a barrage. Still hurting this thing quite a bit. Is he gonna kill it here? Yes, he does get it just barely there. Smoke by the base runner is gonna keep that alive too. And these siege cruisers are not gonna fall. They're too tanky here. There's no railguns to get the armor break. Oh, that's nice. Here come the skims too. Yeah, that's true, because in vanilla it's really, like, it's expensive and it doesn't really do very much. Well, I don't know, maybe it actually is still pretty good in vanilla. It's just the cost dissuades people from using it. ALMs, man. Very annoying to deal with. A lot of railguns here, which actually is kind of contributing to this fight, so I think that Cookies maybe wants to back away, but again, doesn't even need to push in here. Look, he's got the game-winning artifact. What is Arek gonna do about this? I don't think there's any way. That's gotta be the game. Yeah, it all came down to the blast drones, man. That was such a good hit. I mean, he got everything. It was such a good hit that A-Game didn't even see it. Ooh. Scary. He hit the railgun. Doesn't really matter, but still, it's kind of cool. I like to see Cookies power up the missiles more here, though, but it's kind of academic at this point. That is going to be the extraction. And you see Arek really trying to wiggle his way out of this, but just nowhere to go at this point. And game one goes to Cookies, a 24-minute slog there. That was awesome. Well, now I'm really excited for game two. Let's jump into it. As far as debut tournament matches goes, I think that's one to be happy about. Looks like we do actually have a faction switch here, so Arek going to be playing Coalition now. It's his pick here. Cookies takes Con F, and Arek picks Torin Crater for the map. See if they played the alt one, but not going to be too mad otherwise. Yes, they did it. Very good. Well, of course, it's Cookies. He knows what he's doing. Really, really good game one there. Oh, look, Cookies! He smokes as he retires the base runner. Guys, this is crucial. Any Con F mains out there, if you're not doing this, don't blame anyone for losing, man. It's your fault. Anyway, we'll see what the build order is going to be here. Last time, Arek played more, yeah, the game is just over now. Last time he did this, right, where he had the 6-up into LAV fab. This time actually maybe going a bit more into eco here. Well, maybe this is the same build from last time, but I think this is a little bit different. So he gets 7 salvagers before he goes for the LAV fab here. See what Cookie's game plan is going to be. Very fast ref mode. Okay, so definitely change the pace here. Last time, of course, going with the 2 PC, which was moderately effective, but then taking some bad trades afterward turned us into a very even mid game. This time, he's going to instead go for ref mode, go for eco, play it slow here. We'll see how this game develops. Mega greed. Yeah. Well, it's not mega greed, right? It's Sandskewer Fab, and I think that's good. Because, I mean, in this case, we know Arek has LAV Fab, but you've always got to think your opponent might have it, you know. And if he really goes super greedy, you're definitely kind of rolling the dice, you know what I mean? Like, you might well find yourself getting owned. So 14 million viewers. Wow, that's crazy. Ref mode done, so Cookie's gonna have a very fast eco start here. Note the entire lack of RU salves, by the way. Well, I say that just as one comes out, but still, it's a long time to have no RUs here. He wants to really just focus on that infrastructure. I like it, actually. It might come back to bite him, but we'll see what happens. Of course, that's if he wants to end up getting a tech here. It's gonna have to be a Soul Chip just because he doesn't have many RUs, but that could be okay. This is Coalition, by the way, not Saban this time. We're keeping the base run, and Arek is going to bring it up to the front here with the LAVs, so keep your eyes on that. A couple skims running around here, but they don't see the probe. And if this probe comes over here, it'll catch the PC in a suspicious position. He'll definitely know it's ref mode here. Sees the LAVs, though, does Cookies, so this is going to be not a first contact yet, but he knows that it's coming. Still queuing up salves here, though. I think, like, really, he wants his next PC at this point, I think. See ya, Phoenix. Yeah, I don't know. I guess for some reason, like, my stream can't be watched at anything other than 1080p, but who knows? Oh, yeah, that's... I was like, why isn't this thing shooting? Is it not powered? Well, he's playing Coalition. Does manage to catch the Sand Skimmer here, but we checked the tech, so Cookies knows there's no AVs coming here. And actually, it looks like this attack is really just kind of fizzled here, as he's going to go help the base runner extract here. This is not what you want to do. If you go for early game LAVs and you want to pressure your opponent, you really got to pressure them. Get them off their bases. Because if you let them get away with this, you know, this is going to be great for Cookies. He really likes being in this position. And he's going to get Railgun Fab too, which I guess is what he wants to go for. That's always fun to see. You know, I'm a fan of Railguns. No air, of course. We saw that. The Sand Skimmer came in not too long ago. And we do have a Sport Cruiser queued up now for Arek, who's going to be jumping up on a 2 base. So it feels like kind of a slow start for him here. Cookie's getting his PC for 3rd base right now, and he hasn't really been pressured at all by these LAVs. But this is definitely a bit of a bad extension here. You know, the base runner's not there right now, so you're kind of going to where your opponent was. And these LAVs might come to contest, but they might just go in here and see what damage they can do, so. Good map for honor guards? Yes, definitely. Definitely. That does, of course, come after Railgun Fab, so if that's going to be part of the game, that's what it would have to look like. Jumping up to 2 base now is Arek. We have Sand Skimmer raiding, finishing for Cookies. Oh, look at that! Honor guards, wow. Houston, man, he's freaking reading minds. Very nice. This is a bit awkward, though. I feel like Cookies is getting a little... Well, he's got high ground right now. Uh-oh. Yeah, Arek has to actually yield the space here. That's gonna let him bunch up these skims. Who's sandwiching who, huh? Carrier mobility actually teching really early for Arek here as well. Dep packs? Oh, he only lands 1. These guys aren't dropping for some reason. I don't know. That was going to be really cool. I'm quite sad about that. Anyway, it's the support cruiser getting targeted here, and it's not going to fall. This is often, I think, a mistake. Kind of better to go for the salvagers, which you'll get 1 or 2 of, than the support cruiser, which you might get none of. But still, Honor Guard tech about to finish here. About 5 seconds out. That's true, that's true. Honor Guard tech is done. I mean, that's crazy fast. Yeah, look. It's an Honor Guard at the 6-minute mark. Don't usually see this. But that's really indicative of how Arekharak is playing this, right? Really, really slow. He's got the army, but he's not pressuring, so... kind of letting Cookies get away with whatever he likes here. I think often players will build army in a 1v1 like this for security. Just in case my opponent attacks me, I want to have this. But the problem is that, you know, especially at a 1v1, it's like, you really are losing if you don't match your opponent with his economy, so... if you're gonna build army early, like, that's good, that's proactive, it's strong, but you need to be using it. You can't just have it as security, because the only thing you're securing is your loss, I guess, you know? Cookies, by the way, sees the no 3 base here, but Arekharak has just built a support cruiser, so that's gonna change soon. Gonna check the carrier's tech again, though. Yeah, and he sees it now. And support cruiser anti-air coming up from Arekharak. Yeah, no vision at all. He does have that probe. He could come and try and check it out. Honor Guard is done, so he could, you know, he could get some vision on this, but he just doesn't have it. And Cookie's gonna see, yeah, there's no tech here. Very suspicious. BC can hard counter the Honor Guards, you say? I think on this map, actually, yes, because they can find their way through the cracks, but it can also definitely go badly. Just because, you know, BC is really... I mean, it's not as slow, of course, as in vanilla. Definitely not as slow as Joke Patch, but doesn't have the range to fight the railguns in this kind of terrain. It needs to fight them over here, so I think it can go either way on this map. By the way, really like to see what Cookies is doing here. He saw there's no tech. Very suspicious. So, you know, what's gonna happen? I mean, maybe he's got, like, carrier power. Maybe that's the play. It's not really clear. He doesn't have air, so just get some railguns. And I think that that's really what he needs to have here. Second Honor Guard is done as well. We're probably going to have to yield this artifact, but then again, Cookies does have damage 1 here. We don't have any ups on the LAVs from Arekharak. Yeah, when they use the smoke, they have to stop, right? And then they heal themselves. I believe that's the change. Always an opportunity for a turret here, by the way, for Arekharak, but I think he's going to be able to get this thing in. Well, he would have if this wasn't here. Oh, gosh. Oh. Yeah, that kind of changes everything. He might be able to just run it into... Nah, he can't do that either. Yeah, that's not good. I mean, you know, this probe is still here, but it did not really manage to scout out the Honor Guard transition. And suddenly, I just feel like Arekharak doesn't really have anything. He's building artillery, okay, that's... Or not building, but he's teching it. That's good, but it's not really enough. Cookies just need to be careful here, though. He's kind of leaving this guy out to dry. Honor Guards can be killed by LAVs, although it's always a risky proposition to try for, but, yeah, that's not gonna happen here. Oh, and look, he even pulls back the wounded guys. Very nice control by Cookies here. Putting on a clinic. We do have artillery tech done now for Arekharak, but he's just bringing the carrier in towards this. And yeah, Honor Guards don't have the DPS that heavy railguns do against carriers, but man, they do have DPS, you know. As you can see, I mean, that's nothing to sniff your nose at here. In fact, I wonder, it might be so that a fully powered carrier in the armor actually takes more damage from Honor Guards than heavy railguns, but citation needed. Especially with the armor break coming in now, though. Yeah, this is not good at all for Arekharak here. I agree. Very nice sound. And these two probes are gonna be sort of shifty-eyed, like, hey, it's not my fault. No, it definitely is. These probes needed to see the transition here. There's no reason to have anti-air. You know, he needs to have an answer to these Honor Guards. You can see Cookie's trying to get vision with the LAVs, but actually this carrier is pretty fast here with the mobility upgrade. He's going to be able to run away, so... That does mean we're going to have an artillery pop out here. And maybe Arekharak can even get out some AAVs too to just try and hold off the sand skimmers. Be nice to have the smoke as well to just buy some time. This is dire straits for him, that's for sure. And at this point, if I were Cookies, I'd actually, you know, he's at fleet, pop cap, right? So I'd actually start looking at maybe transitioning to air or something, but now that he sees the artillery, of course. A couple LAVs coming out here, but there's no smoke on those, of course, so down goes one of the artillery crews really, really fast. These things do have damage 1, so they're hurting. Well, they are hurting as well. He's losing quite a lot of them, but I think this is going to be worth it to just clear out the artillery. He doesn't need the sand skimmer screen to defend the railguns because he has the honor guards, of course, so... Elder Patak. Nice shot there. And Arekharak just still has to just route, you know, I mean, he doesn't have anything to fall back on, really. There's no army at all. If he has to leave this position, the game's pretty much already over. EMP rounds, oh, interesting. Well, that's a way to go. LAV's just gonna try and jump in here and get anything they can, but I don't really see what it could be. Does EMP slow the carrier? No, it doesn't. And down goes RX, so Cookie's actually going to take game 2 in quite a lot more convincing fashion, I would say. Maybe that makes sense, because in game 1, RX went for this same kind of build, but Cookies was attacking, which meant that he met him in the midfield and, you know, an engage happened. It seems that RX has some really nice unit control that way. But game 2, of course, he just kind of played it slow, and so Arekharak did the same build, but he's staying out in the midfield and didn't really do any pressure. So Cookies kind of just got a natural advantage that way. Very well played. That is going to be him getting the 2-0 here. And that's important too, remember, this is the group that has 4 players in it, so of course, really, really nice to pick up as many wins as you can when if you're looking for that $25, you know. Well, great games. Let's move on to the next one, but that was enjoyable.